Ladies and gentlemen, this is Manzoor Memon from PBC TV Network, Pasadena, Texas. Today's topic is President Trump's ban on the travel for certain 6 countries which are predominantly Muslim. I want to go back. First of all, I want to tell you, I'm a Democrat. I voted for Hillary Clinton. But after election, I started evaluating that how come a person like Donald Trump, who was completely businessman, who has no clue of the politics, he became the president. I want to evaluate that first and be honest with the public that why United States elected Donald Trump. What happened? In my view, what has happened, America is divided into 2 sections, rural and urban. It reminds me of the Pakistani politics. Pakistan also has similar issues that the urban areas, which is predominantly rich people, educated people, they vote for one party. In the rural area, vote for another party. And generally, because the rural area is in majority, so the people get elected who are supported by rural people, who are completely uneducated. And the same phenomena, I think, happened in the United States. Big cities all voted for Democrats. In the small cities, they voted for Donald Trump. The reason is because when most of the money is coming from the big cities, is getting used back into the infrastructure of the big cities, these smaller cities have really gone down. And I think as an American, I feel that it was unfair with the rural people. The reason I'm saying it because I myself from a rural area, and I see that urban area people, though they produce the majority of the wealth, but they don't care about the rural area people who are poor. So this is the first time the rural people, they got up. They really did not vote for Donald Trump, in my view. They voted for the change. What they wanted to give a message that we are part of the United States and we should be equally treated. If we have big roads, big bridges, big buildings, infrastructure and all that, why not small cities? Why we are not investing in smaller cities? Why we are putting all the industries in the big cities? Why not we go and put small industries in smaller towns where the people can have livelihood? So I think the reason Donald Trump won was because we as Americans were unfair with the people, our own people. And one more thing which I'm seeing it, that in urban areas, most of the time when the people migrate in the United States, they don't go to smaller towns. They always get mixed up in bigger towns because it's more like a melting pot. Because say for example Houston is one of the best cities for anybody to come in and be part of it. Because if you are from Pakistan, you have got 200,000 Pakistanis. If you are Indian, you have got 200,000 Indians. Every community is so much diverse. So it's very easy for them. So what is happening, the more people are coming, nobody is going in the rural areas and they are all getting accumulated in the urban areas. So the bigger cities are getting bigger and smaller cities are not getting their share. So this kind of a hatred which has developed into the people of the smaller towns has caused this turmoil in our country. And I think it's a time that the United States and the people of the United States, like we as Americans, should realize that we need to share. Unfortunately, we are not sharing. And I being, in the United States here with everything I have, I feel sorry that my co-American in a village did not have those privileges which I have. So anybody who's talking against Donald Trump, in my view, should evaluate this also, that what we have done wrong, that today we are under that pressure. Now this ban, I don't know whether it's going to hold by constitution or not, whether this ban has been put just to create a public opinion, because if they would have been honest in a ban, then we should have a ban on every country who has at least brought in 9/11 culprits who killed our innocent people. So if we did not ban Saudi Arabia, we did not ban Pakistan, we did not ban Kuwait or other places, and we banned countries which has not contributed towards any single death in the United States, I think it is just a message for the people that now we will be tight in our borders, which I am for that. Many people from my community may not like it, but one thing I tell you, that our people have made a mockery of American system. I wrote an article about the same thing and in my newspaper, how immigrants are cheating American system. They are cheating on every level. Immigration level. A lot of people, they came on passport changes. A lot of people have come with fraudulent documents. A lot of people, they come in here on visitor visa and then go and change their visas. Like at one time there was a former visas, and no Pakistani has ever worked in a farmhouse in the United States, but you will find thousands of Pakistanis or Indians, or matter of fact other countries, who would go and pay $50 or $100 to a landlord outside the city and then get a certificate from him that he worked over there and came in and got the visas. And most of the time they did not even work for one day on the farmhouse and they got the visa. So today what is happening, we should not blame Donald Trump, or we should not blame Republican Party or the system. We should blame ourselves, in my view, that we are the people. What we have done wrong has brought this nation to that stage that they have to secure their borders. Like, for example, in Mexico, you got so much open border between Mexico and here. There are people here who charge $4,000 and bring anybody from Mexico. And those people, they come in here, they produce children, and they become U.S. citizens, and end of the day, you got millions of people, they become legal citizens. I think it's wrong what we are doing. I, as a U.S. citizen, I came in here legally with my green card, stayed in there, took my oath in 1985, and I want to be part of this society. But because of these wrong things, what other people are doing it, people like us suffer, because we are seen as the same kind of people as the people who come in here with only intention to defraud the American system. So I think it's a good time. The policies should be changed. We should control our borders. We need to check everybody who's coming in this country, if they are coming with the right papers, and control our borders. Make sure our local people get the jobs, because what is happening, most of the jobs are taken over by immigrants, and the local people don't get jobs. So I'm looking this as a person from Pakistan. When I was in Pakistan and I was from rural area, and the people from the urban area, they were taking all the jobs. We would not get jobs, so we would always cry, hey, we are not getting jobs. because we are from rural area. So it's the same phenomena. I think we need to look at it. And I can see it because where I'm coming from, I've seen this. So, in my view, few things should be done. Control the borders. People who have come here illegally, they should be somehow either sent back, particularly those people who have criminal records, we should send them back so that we have a little cleaner society, because right now there's a lot of crime in there. So to control the crime, I think this will be one of the factors, the people who have criminal backgrounds, they should be. But people who have families, they have lived here long, I think we should find a way to make them part of the society and make them part of the system so that they pay the taxes, so that we do not take the burden of their expenses, because their kids go to the school, they don't pay any tax, they get to Medicaid, they get to food stamp, everything, and we pay for it. So if we put them in the system, in the workforce, they will be forced to pay the Social Security, they will be forced to pay income tax, and I think it will help our infrastructure. So I think government should be looking into that to try to create a way in which the people should become legalized so that they start paying the taxes. Another thing which even being a Democrat, I see that the welfare system is being misused tremendously by people. And people don't want to work because they think that working does not bring them so much revenue that it will give them what they are getting it without working. So some people work like 30 hours and the rest of the time they are sleeping at home, and they are getting food stamps, they are getting SSI, they are getting housing. So my suggestion would be that if the people are needy, give them housing, give them food stamp, but make them work. Ask them to volunteer their time in the city hall or to the government agencies, wherever there is a need of people, and you'll be surprised that you will be able to get half of your people away from these programs, and they will go and look for a job. Because right now you got a good chunk of people who are not looking for a job. So in case we are putting a wall between Mexico and United States, and we are going to stop influx of Hispanics who are the workforce people, because it's very hard to find American people to do the jobs which the Hispanics do. So if our plan is to get the Hispanics back, we need to create people to work for you, otherwise your construction cost will go skyrocket, and then end of the day the cost of goods are going to go up, and then again the people are going to say Donald Trump came in and GDP went down, prices index went up, blah blah, and they will make him fail in the next election. So if we want to do something for our country, I think the best thing we should be doing is simple things we can do is don't create panic within the people. Like this ban, I think it was unnecessarily. There was no need to do a ban. The president should have just instructed the Homeland Security to be tight on the airport. If they become tight, they would make sure that the documents are checked, everybody is checked properly, and then where you see there is a suspicion that this person cannot be helpful to the United States, don't allow them. What we did is creating this ban has created an animosity, and it will long run, it will mobilize the people against this administration, and they'll be keep on fighting with each other. I think when two people fight, the end is always a loss to both people. So instead of fighting, I think we should work for the country. We should work to make the America great, which is a great city. And we thank the American people who have given us a chance to be part of this. And we are proud to be Americans. Our children, grandchildren, they are born here. We are part of the society. Please accept us. But it's not our fault. If something has happened, I think it is the system which failed for the people of the rural areas, as it has failed in other countries. So I think it was a good message, it was a good change, and the status quo got broken, and we have got something new. And as soon as The time comes in, the cabinet, everybody there. Our request to all the cabinet members would be, please be honest, be fair with everybody. America is based on honesty and fairness. If you are going to be biased, you will be there one-term members of the cabinet, a one-term president. So this is the beauty of this country. You do good, people are going to vote back for you. So I hope people understand. I'm not against the foreigners. I'm American first, and I want to see what we have done wrong, what has caused this problem. So what I would like to my brothers, my sisters, that please be part of the society, be part of the workforce. Don't take advantage of the system. Don't cheat the system. Help the system. And my final message always, if somebody is needy, help them. Give them food. There are a lot of homeless people. I feel ashamed. America, being the most beautiful country, most rich country in the world, has so many homeless people. Why? Because we throw a lot of food. We don't give charity. Even if we give charity, most of the people, they give charity to the back their country. No. I think the charity should start here, at home. We need to feed the people here. I don't want to see every corner of the city a beggar standing. That shows me that I'm living like in Pakistan. These poor people should be taken care. And I would request the federal government also to look into a program like they have it in Salt Lake City. They say in Utah there are no homeless. Maybe the same formula. We can try to use it in different cities to make sure there are no homeless in any city. And that is my dream in America. That when I go out, I want to see everybody, first my own people, the people who are my countrymen. They are happy. They are fed. They have a shelter. We should provide the shelter for other people too. But I would like to see my people, starting from my people, to have everything. And I'm pretty sure it is going to happen one day. And again, I want to congratulate President Donald Trump for his astonishing victory. And but make sure, Mr. President, that we are part of this society, and we are Americans, and you treat us well too, and we'll treat you well and with respect. Thank you, and have a good day.